because you hear me, I'm going to cut off the phone.
Okay.
If you need me.
All right. Welcome to Chopping It Up with Smiley. I'm your host, Smiley, your local PhD from Smiley's Hair Clinic in Tucker, Georgia. If this is your first time watching, this is the show where we cut through the trends, the myths, and the noise in the hair industry. From healthy hair tips and hair loss solutions to growth, breakthroughs, and the business of beauty, we talk about it all. Each week, I sit down with licensed professionals, industry experts, and everyday people with real hair journeys to share. Together, we'll uncover stories, science, and strategies that keep our crown strong and our businesses thriving. Please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to this channel. Thank you. Today's episode is part two of Behind the Hair Loss Epidemic Stylists, Clients, and Culture. My panel guests have returned from last week to continue our discussion because we ran out of time. So we have Edwina Johnson, the creator of Style Track and Brushing Up Consulting Company from Tucker, Georgia, with over 30 years as a cosmetologist, platform artist, educator, and more. Hey, Edwina. Okay. We also have Mosherie Murray, owner of La Pearls Restoration Center in Conyers, Georgia, with over 25 years cosmetologist, 9 years as a trichologist, educator, platform artist, and more. Hey, Mosherie.
Hello, everybody.
And we cannot forget, we have Dr. Akita Evans, Medical Director of Health E Medical Center in Tucker, Georgia. Practicing medicine for over 15 years. She's a primary care doctor, certified in family medicine, and also has additional training in functional medicine, which is root cause medicine. Hey, Dr. Evans.
Hey, thank you for having me back.
Lastly, we have Shamika Murphy of Trinity Styles in Mobile, Alabama. She couldn't join us tonight due to a major family situation. Shamika, your family's in our prayers. Now grab your combs, your questions, and your curiosity because we are about to chop it up. So last week we discussed changes in the beauty industry, stylists not offering shampoos with their services, YouTube University, and social media influencers. Then we discussed main causes of the increase we're seeing in hair loss, improper chemical services, and we ended this segment with asking Dr. Evans, should more licensed cosmetologists and barbers be trained to recognize medical or metabolic contributors to hair loss and learn when to refer clients to doctors or trichologists? So, Dr. Evans, will you please give us your answer again? And for those who don't know, can you break down what metabolic is in this sense, please?
Yes. So yes to all of what you were asking, because oftentimes licensed cosmetologists are the first line of defense. You're the people who have been seeing people through the years. And if you notice a change in hair density or a change in scalp health, that can be a sign that there is a change in metabolic health. So in this context, poor metabolic health would be uncontrolled blood sugar, uncontrolled blood pressure, and maybe even weight gain. And those things lead to inflammation, and the scalp is often one of the first places we see a change. So if you're noticing this change, please refer them. Because we often say things like high blood pressure is a silent killer. There are no clues, no signs, but there are signs along the way that may be missed. And so scalp health may be the clue that you all pick up, and you can help really change a person's health.
Okay. And metabolic.
So there are five ways that we use to define metabolic health. We're looking at blood sugar. We want to make sure the blood sugar is in healthy range. We want to make sure the blood pressure is in healthy range. The waist circumference is the third way. When there is an increase in waist circumference, that can be a sign of a worsening metabolic health because that's related to the hormones insulin and cortisol. And the other two measures relate to cholesterol, the HDL or the good cholesterol, and the triglycerides. And so we look at all five of these components to assess a person's metabolic health. And there is a range. There's a range from metabolically healthy to dysfunction. And metabolic dysfunction shows up as diabetes or prediabetes, high blood pressure, obesity, and high cholesterol, which could lead to heart attack and stroke. And so
Okay.
oftentimes with poor metabolic health, because of the influence of insulin on the scalp, there can be hair thinning that is picked up. And this may happen even before diabetes sets in, even before high blood pressure sets in. That may be the first clue. And if we can address metabolic health early in the continuum before we get to the complications, that can be life changing and that can help a person prevent complications.
Okay. Okay. Well, that's deep. Real deep. Is Edwina on still, or did she get bumped off?
So she doesn't know her camera is on, she's saying.
Okay. She said her camera's on. Okay. Can we hear you? I mean, can you hear us, Edwina? Okay, I'm gonna come back to Edwina because I had a question for her. Mo Cherie, how about you? How can we get stylists that camouflage hair loss using chemicals and styles that only cover up the baldness, stop that, and actually help clients address and prevent it?
It starts first with integrity. They have to have integrity, and that's where you start. They have to also not assume that it's them, it's their fault. A lot of times they think that it's their fault, so they won't say nothing. So they will continue to camouflage and won't make the client aware that there is some type of issue going on top of the scalp. So it has to start there first. Again, clients have to also take a look at themselves. They know their hair and their scalp better than the stylist. So you have to also be aware of what changes are going on within your body, and then you can make the stylist say, hey, I noticed feeling my hair in this area. I noticed standing when I comb it or I brush it, there's more hair coming out. So again, you have to also put them on the spot and say, hey, okay, if I'm telling you to look at it, then maybe they will go further in and look at it, and then try to make some type of assessment for the client's benefit and not just their benefit.
Okay. I'm sorry, I'm having technical little difficulties here. 1 second, y'all. Okay. So based off what you just said, Mo, what are some practices that stylists can adopt now to protect? Oh, wait a minute. I think Edwina's coming back on. There she is. Hey, Edwina.
Hey, I don't know what happened.
I can hear you. Yeah. Okay. All right. Okay. All right. So, Edwina, I had a question for you. I know that you're a healthy hair care fanatic, So, what does healthy hair care mean in today's beauty industry? And how can we bring that focus back to the forefront?
Healthy hair to me means, well, in today, I don't know, but for me, it means the same thing it always has meant. Just creating that balance for the hair, because the hair has to be balanced in order for it to be healthy. And it's so much that there is so much that contributes to that. It's just your physical health, being healthy internally, because it is going to reflect in your hair. Stress. I mean, it's just a total thing. It's a total balance of just you as an individual. I say mind, body, and spirit, honestly. So
what can we do to
I
get
just feel that
people to focus on it again?
Yes, just getting back to the basics, because in hair school you are taught the basics of the fundamentals, I'm going to say, and that still has to be applied today. I mean, it's okay to lay somebody's hair out and have their hair looking good, but at the end of the day they still want to have healthy hair. So I feel that it's very important that stylists get back to that, and stop treating everything like a trend. You know what I mean? Cutting corners and just to make their stuff look good. It's like, think about the client, put the client first, because they're paying really good money for your expertise. And I feel that each stylist owe that to the client to, to give them that.
That's good. Yeah, that's really true. I believe that. I think, well, this could be for anybody. What are some of the best practices that stylists can adopt now to protect the client's hair and scalp health? What can we do to protect the client's scalp and hair? Scalp and hair health, the health of the scalp and the health of the hair. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well,
Even while they try to keep up with like these modern trends, you know?
right. For me, I'm gonna say they're gonna have to get back to doing consultations and analyzations. I mean, it starts there. They have to have a conversation with their client. They got to really find out, really what's going on with their client, what the needs are. They got to be able to really take a close look at their hair and that scalp so that they'll know exactly what, products to use on that client to address whatever the issues are, that's concerning the client as well. So back to basics.
What you think, Mom?
I think with me being a trichologist now, if I was not a trichologist, I definitely would start trying to find a trichologist that I can collab with, because they're going to help me understand what I'm looking at on the scalp. They're going to help me understand what the hair is actually doing and why it may be doing what it's doing. Now, outside of that, me as a trichologist, anything that looks definitely without of my scope or realm of things that I actually can treat inside of the salon, then that's when I'm going to refer them to a doctor or to a physician, because there's things that the physician is going to be able to tap in as well. And we can link them together and say, hey, well, this is why the hair is doing this. This is why the scalp looks like this. So, there's the physician and then there's the dermatologist when they have a scalp disorder. So a lot of people think that, I have dandruff. I've had dandruff for a long time. Dandruff is not just dandruff. Dandruff sometimes is a sign that there's a fungus or a bacteria infection going on the scalp. So you have to, like Duena said, go back in doing a consultation and asking, are you on any meds? Have you went to the doctor and recently found out, you have diabetes or you have high blood pressure? Did they change your dosage on your meds? So these are the things that, we would have to go in and look at. So as a stylist, we definitely need to go back, like Edwina said, consultation, go in and try and find us a trichologist that can try to help us, and then also link up with a medical doctor.
So, Dr. Evans, if I were to send a client to you because I'm concerned that they're having hair loss issues, like what type of things would you look for, or steps you would take to try to find out some information so we could collab on that?
I like to always start with the history, and this point has been made.
Right.
It's helpful when you have relationships over time because you are seeing your clients over time. And if I got a referral like that, I wouldn't want to know the history, when it started, what were the circumstances under which it started, was there stress, was there a change in health, that kind of thing. And then so I start with the history. I do examine. Smiley, you and I had a case recently where we collabed. There was a picture you showed me. I asked you some questions. So the exam plays a big role. What does it look like? Is it focal? Is it diffuse? Is there thinning? Is there obviously something going on with the scalp that could be sampled or biopsied or drained? And then I'm going to check lab work. I'm going to check for signs of metabolic dysfunction, check the blood sugar, check hormone levels, because those will all give me clues, and check iron. There's sometimes the intervention comes from the history. I saw a lady recently, history of fibroids, heavy bleeding, anemia, checked her levels. Sure enough, that was where we were going to focus on treating her hair loss. So.
Wow. A lot of people don't know that these things on the inside is really playing a big role in the hair loss,
Yes.
And a lot of stylists are getting into the hair loss industry now because they think it's about big money. If any of you could give a message to a new stylist entering that field, what would it be?
I'll go. I definitely would tell them it's not a microwave technology with this type of thing. This is definitely the science. It's a science behind it. It takes a lot of work. It takes a lot of research. Every case is not the same, so you can't treat everyone as if they were the same. Again, you can all you can do as a as a cosmetologist is go in and try and have them go to their physician and see where a change is happening at, because again, it's from the inside out. So whatever's
Mm.
going on the scalp or the body, something in the body is saying, I need to get out and I need to show you that there's something going on with me. So a lot of times it's going to be through the hair and the skin. So we got to get back to that. It's not about the money.
Yeah.
It's about really trying to help the clients.
What if we want to put anything on that, or
Well, my advice, I would probably tell the stylist to come and take, your hair loss class. I'm not trying to put an ad out there for your hair loss class, but it's very, very detailed, and it gives them a better understanding, and
Right.
it helps them to, when they leave, they'll be equipped with everything that they need in order
Absolutely.
to service their clients to the best of their ability. Because I got a lot out of your class, when I took the class, and I was like, wow, so I think it would be highly beneficial for them to, find classes, team up with a trichologist, team up with a doctor like Dr. Evans, Moshery, so that they can give that client everything that they need. And that way they don't have to try to cover up what the issue is, because it's,
Right.
again, giving a client a disservice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've just recently seen that they're promoting classes for teaching stylists to camouflage the problem instead of repair the problem. And I made a comment under it, and everybody just dived on me. So I was like, "Oh, let me shut up, mind my little healthy hair business." Okay. So,
Yeah,
but anyway,
I was gonna say, I understand them wanting to have the camouflage. It's not that you don't want to camouflage it, because you do want them to have their hair where they feel very comfortable and everything, but it's about addressing the issue first.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm sure that's what you were,
and that's like with hair replacement. Yeah, I think with hair replacement, I guess that is considered camouflaging as well. But at the same time, you want, like you said, treat the scalp underneath, and while you're covering it up, you know what I mean?
Right.
I just don't see. Never mind. We're not gonna go there. Yeah.
I think it is, guys. If it can be treated, if we can stop it, if we catch it in time, whereas we can start trying to save your strands, then that's yes. Let's get some treatments from the trichologist, and also from the doctor, because again, I can do all I can inside there using these topical treatments, but if internally you're still compromised, your body's compromised, it doesn't matter what I do. So that's why a trichologist and a doctor in conjunction together, we're going to be able to get to the bottom and hopefully bring your strands and your stresses back. But if you allow it to go on for too long, then sometimes, yes, you're going to need to have hair replacement, not camouflaging, but just to replace the hair that once was there.
Yeah, I think something that is often, I just want to add is just having a expectation that it's going to take some time, because oftentimes the loss didn't happen overnight, and there may have even been like a slow recognition of the loss. So once it's recognized, and the intervention is having the patience and knowing that it's going to take some months for you see the result, but just stick with it.
Right.
Yeah. That's like a big problem. Like when you're doing consultations, it's like, I want my hair back now. I don't want to go through this slow process. And that's when all these other styles and things come into play. We start trying to find other ways, either quick weaving and sew-ins and whatever we can do to cover it up for them. But sometimes that increases the loss instead of repairing it. And they call them protective styles, but it's only protective if you're doing the right thing with what's going on underneath. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Yeah.
A protective style can become harmful if it's not done properly.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Well, ladies, looks like we finished a few minutes early tonight. We're going to come up with some more topics and have us all on again. I like having it with multiple people. This is like getting information from different places and stuff. So I like And I think people like to hear the different sides, you know, especially you got a doctor, a trichologist, and an educator all on one platform talking, you know what I'm saying, with I think it's good together with that. So maybe we'll try to get and do it. I think I just went out.
Do we have any
yeah.
Do
okay,
we have
so
any questions?
I want to thank you ladies again for jumping on this panel just again. And like I said,
You're freezing. Edwina asked, did we have any questions?
I don't see any.
Okay.
Mm-mm. No, I don't see any.
Okay.
No, so I was gonna say, I want to try and do this once a month with you guys if we can, or something, so we can all get on and give some information that we're finding out when people find out what people's questions are, you know.
Okay.
Edwina, you want to give your contact information?
You can find me on. You can email me. Actually, email me at brushingupconsulting.com. And I will be more than happy to answer any questions. All of my social media is going to be changed, but it will be brushing up. So look out for that in the future.
Can you spell it out?
I'm sorry.
Can you spell it out?
Yes, brushing.
Spell it out. Yeah.
Yes, BRUSHNUP. Brushing up consulting.com. I'm sorry, is it .com? It's at gmail.com. I'm sorry. It's at gmail.com. Okay. So brushing up consulting at gmail.com.
Okay.
All right. Dr. Evans, you want to give yours?
It's Dr. So Dr. Akita Evans, no punctuation at IG, on IG.
And I, go ahead, Dr. Evans.
No, excuse me, I'm sorry. And my practice website is livehealth-e.com. So LIVE, live health, HEALTH-e.com. Thank you.
Okay. Mine is La Pearls. Mine is La Pearls Restoration Center. So that's LAPEARLS Restoration, RESTORAITION Center at Gmail. I would love for you guys to email me if you have any questions. I would like to get in there and just answer your questions one-on-one. If you have any, but then also I can be found at La Pearl's Hair Restoration Center on IG as well.
Okay, and I am Smiley's Hair Clinic on all social media platforms, and my website is www.smileyshairclinic.com. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the channel. This episode was brought to you by Shepowerment, where your story meets the spotlight. Media, branding, and empowerment, all designed to make your brand shine inside and out. And find them at shepowerment.org. That's a wrap on Chopping It Up with Smiley. Stay tuned for more real talk on healthy hair, hair loss solutions, growth tips, and the business of beauty. Thanks for rocking with me. And as we always say, have a smiley day.
Good night.
Bye.
Good night.
Good night.
Good night. You guys stay on.
You said for us to stay on?